Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, the last couple of videos I've been talking about the scenario where your partner or husband or wife says they want to buy a camera. So we talked about how you learn to use them, what sort of cameras to get. I thought I'd just digress a little bit today and talk about, well, once you've learned how to use the camera and you've got one, what do you take a photo of? Many years ago, when I used to do weddings, I used to use a Kodak lab, Kodak Express I think it was, or maybe, no, I'm not sure. Anyway, I got hold of a brochure that was, I think it was put out by Kodak. I don't know who the original author was, but whenever I've, excuse me, whenever I've been teaching people photography in my introduction to photography course that I've done a few times over the years with different groups and individuals, I usually bring out this sheet here and go through this with them. And this is called 147 Reasons to Take a Photo. And it gives you a lot of thought starters. And probably a lot of you who are already into photography would do most of this. But here's 147. Yeah, this is put out by Kodak Express, it says. For more than the best photos in... I can't read. It's not a very good print. Anyway, it's about... it's put out by Kodak Express, which I think was a lab that I was using at the time to do my weddings. I knew the people there. So anyway, 147 reasons to take a photo. And this is in alphabetical order. So see if you can, you might want to go back and jot all these down. I won't put them all in the notes underneath, but here we go. Starting from A, 147 reasons to take a photo. Anniversaries, afternoon teas, aerobics classes. Now bear in mind, these days with privacy laws, you've probably got to get permission to take some of these photos. But back then that wasn't such a big issue. So this is back in the 80s and 90s, maybe in the 80s I'm talking about here. So anniversaries, afternoon teas, aerobic classes, athletics carnivals, awards ceremonies, animal antics, annual picnics, beauty pageants, bungee jumping, bicycle rides, birthdays, barbecues, births, bar mitzvahs, bucks nights, basketball games, baptisms. I'm just looking down here to see if they've got, yeah, they've got hens nights, yeah. Baptisms, brushes with famous people. That's when people do selfies with the famous people these days, isn't it? Bushwalks, blessings of the fleet, babies because you love them, children at play, Christmas parties, cricket games, carols by candlelight, cultural performances, circus performances, celebrations, car shows, carnivals, church bazaars, ceremonies, camping trips, Christmas Day, conventions, christenings, canoe regattas, car races, country drives, conferences, community breakfasts, children 'cause you love them. I think I had that before, didn't I? They put it in twice, but that's probably a good reason to do that. Dances, debutante balls, or debutante balls depending on which state you're in. Demonstrations, dragon boat races, discos, dinner parties, dog shows. 2 more columns yet to go. Days at the beach, dad just because you love him. Eisteddfods, end of year dinners, engagement parties, every weekend. Easter holidays, first tooth. Flag raisings, fairs, fancy dress parties, festivals, family reunions, fetes, football games, fishing trips, fights, I presume that means boxing, first day of school, flower shows, fashion parades, friends and family, fireworks shows, first Holy Communion, fun runs, farewells, family gatherings, graduations, Grand Prix, grand finals, gala events, golf tournaments, grand openings, gymkhanas, holidays, horticultural shows, heritage festivals. All these things are mainly pertaining to Australian events, but they probably cross over into other cultures with maybe different names for some of them. Horticultural shows, heritage festivals, hobbies exhibitions, happy times, hens nights, highland flings, homecomings, ice skating lessons, jamborees, kite flying festivals, kitchen teas, kids just because you love them. We had children just because you love them before. Museum tours, Mother's Day, military tattoos, mystery tours, marriage ceremonies, mum just because you love her, netball games, nearly anybody and anything, office parties, old friends, pyjama parties, prize-giving ceremonies, pillow fights, pantomimes, personality quests, public rallies, parades, picnics, processions, pets just because you love them, rodeos, rowing meets, rallies, reunions, rock concerts, retirements, seminars, Sunday drives, school reunions, surf carnivals, shows, shower teas, street marches, special occasions, sales conferences, ski trips, swimming carnivals, scouting jamborees, school plays, surprise parties, sailing, tea parties, train trips, tourist attractions, talent quests, tennis tournaments, weddings, welcome homes, or maybe it could be a housewarming, walkathons, wine tastings, visits to relatives, and of course the last one, Z or Z, zoo visits. There you go. The A to Z, 147 reasons to take a photo. And of course we all have our own reasons, but most of those things would be covered in our lifestyle, but we can probably think of other things. One of the good things about photography, I tell this to people all the time, is that if you have a camera and you have a hobby, you can photograph your hobby, or whatever your pastime is, or if you've got grandchildren or children or sports that they're playing. If you're a dyed-in-the-wool photographer, you'll get the habit of wanting to photograph just about everything. But don't be like me, don't make a nuisance of yourself, just do it sort of without being noticed, if you can do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like if you like, subscribe if you wish, and I'll see you next time.